Doug Ford is mad that the federal Liberals are getting housing built in Ontario, with him saying that you can't have a federal government going into certain towns or cities and dumping funding for them. In multiple cities so far, including London and Vaughan, have signed deals, with Mississauga also looking at signing a $120 million funding deal with the federal government. And in order to get that $120 million from the federal government, the mayor of Mississauga, Bonnie Crombie, who was also running for the leader of the Ontario Liberals, used Doug Ford's strong mayor powers to overturn a decision that would have stopped it from happening. So we are seeing a candidate for the leader of the Liberal parties using Doug Ford's own policies to build houses as Doug Ford wanted to, but he's upset because the money is coming from the federal government and not the provincial government, even though Doug Ford doesn't want to use provincial dollars to pay for this. And Ford did set up a fund for building housing, but the way that it's set up is almost impossible for the cities to access it, with funding not coming to municipalities until after they achieve 80% or more of their annual target. But they need the funding to achieve said target. This has also led to the mayor of Guelph, Cam Guthrie, to call out the Ford government, saying that what the federal Liberals have done has been the most influential thing to help building homes in Guelph, saying that Ford has had years to do this, yet the federal Liberals have done it in months. This isn't the only time that the mayor of Guelph has called out Ford recently, as last week Ford called the city council of Guelph a bunch of left-wing lunatics, with him pointing out that the 13 people that are on the city council were voted in by the citizens, meaning that if they are left-wing lunatics, then you can say the very same of the people who voted for them. And the mayor also brings up that a lot of the people who voted for the Conservatives in the last provincial election also voted for this city council, which means that Doug Ford is calling his own voters left-wing lunatics. And why did Doug Ford make the left-wing lunatic comment? Because the Green Party MPP was criticizing Ford for getting rid of developers' fees that would be needed by the municipalities to help them achieve their annual targets. Doug Ford has essentially set up a no-win scenario for housing in Ontario, and now he's upset that the federal government is taking care of his work for him. I don't know, Doug, maybe, just maybe, you should do your job.